Hi, nice meeting you. I wrote my question down, so I'll read it. So after the years of playing this lost and found of the self, the expanded awareness versus the narrow ego, sometimes emotional, sometimes over rational, this self seems to chase like each other. That moving awareness from like that material soup to that filtered, expansive H2O water, it feels like dualistic to me. Though it's very freeing feeling, almost like a continuous trap, as I feel the world has an endless ways to help me stay in that narrow ego state, the soup of it all.
When you say it feels,
is there a way? I'll just finish. Sorry. Is there a time when one can really stay in that expansive, compassionate, filtered H2 state? Because it feels a little bit like a roller coaster, like an up and down. Like I find myself in that state of expansion, settledness, feeling that knowing, that being, but then there's that non-being.
Yes.
That dualistic back and forth.
Right? Yes. Alison, to begin with, when we have this recognition of ourself as the awareness that stands in the background of experience, in most cases, not in all cases, but in most cases, we just get a brief glimpse of that. Most of the time, up until that moment in our lives, most of the time we are almost completely identified with the content of our experience, our thoughts, our emotions, our memories, our relationships, our activities, our history, and so on. And all of these together constitute our sense of ourself, this bundle of thinking, feeling, sensing, perceiving, acting, and relating. And then, either spontaneously or through reading a book or meeting a friend or watching a YouTube clip, or somebody, it either dawns on us spontaneously or someone points out to us, no, there is something that is aware of all of this. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then there's that pause. And in that pause, we are taken to our true nature, this background of awareness. Oh my goodness. I thought I was just this bundle of thinking, feeling, sensing, and now I realize that what I really am at a deeper level is that which knows, that which witnesses, that which observes all of this. And that's called a glimpse or a taste or a recognition of your true nature. And it's tremendously powerful because we step out of this anxious, agitated, sorrowful bundle of thinking and feeling that we were previously identified with. However, the old habit of thinking and feeling, I am this bundle of thoughts and feelings and so on. The old habit is so strong that this glimpse or taste or recognition of our true nature is very quickly forgotten or obscured. And we fall again into the feeling of being the separate person. But then we go back to a book, we watch a YouTube clip, we have a conversation with a friend, and we're taken there again. The old habit rises again, we lose it, we go back again, we go, and hence this back and forth. Now, every time we trace our way back through the layers of experience and have this recognition, every time that happens, the capacity that objective experience has to take us away from ourselves weakens slightly. We're developing a new habit. We're developing a new muscle. Every time we go back to our true nature, we weaken the previous identity of ourself with our thoughts, feelings, actions, relationships, and so on. And so we begin to notice that we don't just fleetingly glimpse our true nature. We go there and we stay there. And then we get pulled out again through force of habit. So the back and forth goes on, but in time, the capacity for experience to take us away from ourselves diminishes, and we begin to find ourselves established in the peace of our true nature, not just visiting it from time to time, but living there.
Is there ever a time where you feel like you should be like grieving more? Or
could say that again? Sorry, I didn't hear.
Is there any time like I lost a very dear pet to me, and I didn't grieve him like I would have grieved in the past? Is there a disconnect there somehow? Like, is there a time where you kind of go, maybe I should be more emotional and egocentric at this moment?
It's true that our reactive emotions die down, that there's more stability in us, more equanimity, less personal reactivity. Doesn't mean to say that we cease feeling deeply. You may still feel grief deeply. It's natural to feel grief. But even the grief is somehow pervaded. We only grieve someone that we deeply love. And we feel that the grief is we still feel the grief, but it's pervaded by love. The love is deeper than the grief. In fact, it's on behalf of the love that we grieve. So the grief may still arise, but it's kind of held in peace and love. So we get taken away from ourselves less and less often, and fewer experiences have the capacity to take us away from ourselves. And when we do find ourselves lost in the content of experience, it doesn't last for 3 weeks or 3 days. It lasts for a few hours and then just for a few minutes. We may lose ourselves occasionally to the content of experience, but we come back very quickly.
I find it very, when I do lose myself, very like immediately emergency. I have to get sitting down.
Exactly.
Meditating.
Instead of having a big conflict with someone and creating a drama that lasts for 2 months, you have the reaction. You may say something, but you pause, you close your eyes, you go back to yourself, and then there may still be a situation that you need to address with another person, but you don't do so from a place of reactive emotion, and therefore, sooner rather than later, the situation in most cases will resolve and go back to harmony.
Yeah. It just feels like I'm back and forth.
Yes, that's natural. You go back and
forth.
Like a
roller course.
Yes, but it's back and forth, but in time, there's less back and forth. As you begin to be established in your true nature, there's less back and forth.
Okay. Is there any tips on how to stay established?
Well, that's what I've been giving you all weekend. Those tips.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you, Alison.
Thank you.